shit.
I kind of like it.
It's annoying.
I'll sit on this. Is that cool?
Yeah.
You're not using that. Check, check. Hello, hello. Yeah, look, it's getting in the yellow. It's pretty good. All right. Okay, so we're in a groove.
Yeah, I kind of like to be nice when we cover this dirt shit with some asphalt or rock. Probably
Something just
asphalt.
came out of here.
A worm.
This ain't tequila. It's not far off. There's debris in there, but fuck it. I mean,
Alcohol kill anything. Kills the worm.
there's rumors that if you eat the worm, you trip out, but it's not true. And some people eat the worm and they're fucked up. I think it's fine. I think, you know, if the worm's in the tequila, you eat the worm. You don't.
I've had a lot of girls eat my worm and they haven't died.
We were so fucked up. I stuck my worm in the tequila and she licked it clean. What a story. It's almost like, you know, you hear about people. I mean, you might not have heard about this, but people get crazy with cocaine, meth, and stuff like that, and they have these, you know, these sexual experiences where they'll snort cocaine off a man's erect dick.
Oh, well, that's nothing new.
Oh, you've heard about this?
Let me put it to you this way. People that are on drugs or fucked up, alcohol's a drug, will do anything.
No, but alcohol is not as crazy. You know, if it's just alcohol involved, people get fucked up. They might do something, but they don't get crazy. Because, you ever heard of whiskey dick?
No.
It's when you drink so much that you can't get it up. So, being drunk and having anonymous sex is not as crazy as when people involve things like cocaine and meth and stuff. They get nuts, and well, I don't know where I was going with that. It's a FYI type of thing, I guess.
Yeah, no. It happens with alcohol too. That's what
Oh yeah, well yeah, a lot of people mix it in there, but it's really the uppers that really people get, you know, nuts. This is where fetishes come into play, and
Well, you know, that's the old adage, you know, that if you want a girl to fuck, you know, you get her drunk or semi-drunk where she's happy and she's liable to do things that are not normal to her, you know.
Oh yeah,
So,
but
you know.
But you mix in that other shit, it gets even crazier. I mean,
Well, I'm sure it does.
I haven't really been in those type of situations, but you know about it, you hear about it.
I've been there many a time, believe me. With girls, oh yeah. Get them happy. Wine and dine, wine and dine.
I know.
Voila, you get results.
But what you're describing is like only the tip. What do you say? What is it? The tip of the iceberg? Is that what you say? Is that no? I feel like the tip of the iceberg would describe the peak, but it's not the peak. Wine and dine is it's like the first tier of, like, I don't know. You involve things like ecstasy, meth, cocaine.
No. All I'm involved in,
Oh no, yeah, I know.
you know, is getting in there.
Mm-hmm.
The wine and dine part is on the woman
No, yeah.
to let her let loose. But you want to stay up there so you don't get the so-called whiskey dick, you know.
Yeah.
That's the idea, you know. That's the idea. But I've never really had to gone that route. to get what I want. I've never really had to do that. It's easier and it's better when they accept it and they want to.
Right. I mean, well, you're somewhat of a salesman, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that any of that there's any cross? What's the word? Cross. You think that any of that in your younger days, military, whatever, you think any of that? I mean, it must have. Maybe I don't even know why I'm asking, but it must have. Persuasive.
Oh, persuasive quality? Yeah, of course it does. When I was a little boy, I used to. My mother bought me a radio flyer, wagon,
Right.
and she put up a bunch of plants because Mom had a green thumb,
Oh, so
and I would go around the neighborhood
Right.
selling plants.
right, and that's,
And you know what the ladies called me? El abogado,
what does that mean?
the lawyer.
The lawyer. And did you ever think about becoming a lawyer ever?
No.
It's kind of a weird. It's kind of.
CPA. That's what I wanted to be, a CPA,
What's a CPA?
a certified public accountant, bookkeeper, big time.
And you could have done that probably.
Yeah, oh yeah. I have the brains for it.
I mean, I guess I'm glad you didn't because I maybe not be here, but it's that's weird. I never knew that you wanted to do that.
I want to be a CPA.
I don't really know what that is exactly.
Certified public accountant. It's like a big time bookkeeper, but you do taxes like for big businesses. You keep their books, you pay their employees. You keep up with the Social Security, their income tax on all of the employees, and you're hired by corporations or businesses. Say, for example, here in Las Cruces would be small businesses. That they want to be entrepreneurs. Okay, they want to have a business, but they don't know how to handle the money aspect of it. So they hire a CPA, and the CPA takes care of the employees, their pay, income coming in, income going out. It keeps it legal. So where the government doesn't come and audit you for doing illegal stuff, paying yourself too much, not paying enough tax to Social Security and income tax on the employees and all that. You need a CPA for that. And that's what I wanted to be, a certified public accountant. You're an accountant. You account for all the monies going in, and you can hire, a CPA can even be hired by a individual. Say he's a millionaire. How do you govern your money? How do you keep your money? How do you invest it? You get ideas from the CPA, okay? What you can do with your money. You don't want to lose your money. You don't want to give it away. You don't want to flaunt it. You want to keep your money. You want the interest rate from banks to keep your money flow intact, but you got to keep it in line with the government. The government will check into you big time. Okay, so a CPA does that. And I have a thing for numbers. I have a thing for clerical work. That's why I was a sales manager at Schwann's.
Are you able to multiply very quickly in your head? Because there's a comedian I listen to who he does podcasts. They're silly podcasts, but every once in a while somebody will come up with some numbers as a joke, and he'll calculate them on the spot. Like he can just, that's 1,000 and something. He'll just do it. Can you do that?
I can do the times table, but after that, if I'm not getting paid for it, what's the sense?
What's 12 times 12?
144.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
The root of it is 12.
See, and I can't really ask bigger ones because I don't know the answer. Because I'm very bad at math myself.
No, well, math is, there's a times table for it, okay?
I know the times table, sort of to an extent. I know like the up to 12 times 12. That's kind of all I know. And not what's 12 times 11 again?
I don't know, 121, something like that.
That's what I think. I think that's what I had in my head. That's probably right.
121, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
But the point is, to be a CPA, there's a lot involved. It's just not one singular thing. There's a lot of things involved that you're taking care of, but you're getting paid well for it. So, anybody that does the job and gets really good at it, it's so repetitive that you get good at it, okay? So whether you're using a shovel, you learn how to use a shovel the right way. A lot of people don't know, like Bo the other day was cutting a piece of iron with a hacksaw. It's 32 strokes per second.
With a hacksaw?
A hacksaw, that's the way you cut metal, okay? Rods and all that, pipes.
There's not a better tool for that you can obtain?
Yeah, you can get electrical ones, but the rate of motion is 32 strokes per second. It's very, very efficient. If you go 36...
32? What, are you talking about the serrated blade as
no,
the 32?
32, the rate of motion, 32 strokes per second, and you'll go through that pipe. You go through it fast like that, what you do is you burn the blade.
Right, okay, but
it's not as effective.
But 32 strokes per second, it can't be human strokes.
Yes.
In 1 second, 32?
32 strokes
No, that
per
can't be
second.
right.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What's half of 32?
Half of 32, that's 16.5.
So you're telling me you go back and forth 16.5 in the matter of a second. That sounds impossible.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 32 strokes per minute.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I just said it wrong.
Okay. I was really confused. It's like you'd have to be the Flash to get 32.
Thank you. No, it's 32 strokes per minute. Yeah. And it gives you the cut things really good. You go faster or slower, it doesn't work.
I guess it's also a workout in a sense. Maybe switch arms. But I don't know. But I'd feel awkward with I can't talk on the phone with my left hand, with my left ear. I think my right ear hears louder than my right ear. So when I get on the phone with the left, already with your left hand it feels awkward, and then it's louder, and it just doesn't feel right. So if I'm on the phone for like even 20 minutes, I'm like, this is sweating right here. And it's like, I can't, but I can only switch over for like a minute to give it a rest, because this is just, it's wrong. And I know comedians have made jokes about that before.
Oh, well, yeah, there's a joke and everything. You've never really talked that much to my brother Eddie. He's really witty.
It's been a while.
Yeah, he's really witty. You know, he's wittier than he is smart. Okay? He's a sharp, he's a smart guy. Not a sharp guy, but he's a real witty guy. Okay? Words, language. He's really good at it.
Oh yeah, words are fun. I mean, it's weird because Spanish. You might even. He probably does a lot of it in Spanish too, right?
Not necessarily. Eddie speaks mostly English. Okay, he's really good at it. You know.
But he can talk Spanish.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Without a doubt. The thing about Spanish is because there's over 100,000 conjugations of verbs in Spanish. English is a very simple language.
Right, but there's
real
still,
simple.
But it's still like for me, growing up, from age, well, it got progressively maybe at 16 or 17. I think 17, I started getting really good at it. You come up with even the English language. You can switch it around. Do raps. It's really it's fun what you can do with words, and I imagine with Spanish it's even more.
Oh, it's a Spanish. Forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it. Spanish, English, simple. Spanish, more complicated. Portuguese, they say, is the most complicated language. Portuguese, more than Chinese. But I've often told people, they say, well, I wish I could speak Spanish.